do you want for Christmas?
Is apologizing. In a statement, the mall is apologizing to guests, the community, and families for the, quote, error in judgment.
Isn't it nice to be sipping this hot cocoa, enjoying the cool weather, and really soaking up that holiday spirit?
I couldn't agree more, Tyler. Speaking of the holidays, I got you a little something.
Oh, James, you shouldn't have. I got you a little something as well.
Did I do it now? Ho, ho, ho. Happy Federal Holiday, boys. I got a little something for you. Elf. Sack.
Oh, Santa. Are our presents in there?
No. I gotta take my damn diabetes medication. I feel the diabetes fading away. Alright, boys. Deck the halls. Hi.
Why is Santa giving us gifts that we bought for each other?
Shut your mouth.
I was just...
No. Shut up. Don't ruin this. Questions like that aren't indicative of the Christmas spirit.
You're right, Drew. Let's open these up and see what Santa got us this year.
I guess I'm living proof there is no black Santa Claus, am I right? It's because I'm here. Don't use that, for the love of God. You know, I think you know better, but... All right, let's open them gifts. Wow. I did not expect this at all.
You weren't waiting for that one?
I did not expect that at all.
Show it to the camera so we can see.
Interview with the Vampire. I don't even know. Do you even know what this is?
It's
you know
the first in the Vampire Chronicles series. Yeah, but it's you don't have to read the other ones. This one's more of a standalone because it's the first.
Yeah, it goes downhill.
Yeah, I heard it gets really bad.
Yeah, but I heard the first like two are some of the best vampire books of all time. I mean, that's crazy. I did not expect that at all. Honestly, that's cool.
All right, mine. What is this? By Blake. Okay, I've heard of Blake Crouch before. Yeah, he wrote Dark Matter. So Incursion. Oh, Recursion by Blake Crouch. Is this like a dystopian sci-fi? What?
No, it's like, so you know Blake Crouch, Dark.
Yeah.
He's all about mind-bending stuff, and this is basically like, I call it like the cousin of Dark.
Oh, okay.
It's a different type, but it's, you know, I'm not gonna say what it is.
Yeah. This looks cool though.
Yeah.
This is okay. When you said I'm gonna get you something that you would never pick to read on your own, I was really expecting like a totally different genre. I didn't expect I would actually get a genre that I'm interested in.
Yeah. I'm interested to see if you like it, because it's supposed to be mind-bending, and I've seen like 3 or 4 reviews that literally say like they burn through it. So I'm interested to see it, what you think about it, and if it's actually like
we're gonna have to like trade books afterwards.
Yeah.
Read each other's books. Oh my god, I've always wanted to read Recursion by Blake Crouch.
I've always wanted to read
Interview with the Vampire by Anne Rice.
Always. I'm pregnant? I'm Santa, bitch. Man, that was a great book, which I definitely read all of.
I know, right? It was so good I had to change my clothes. So, Recursion by Blake Crouch. This is probably one of the most divisive books I've ever read. First of all, I read it in a day, which is probably the fastest I've ever read a book that wasn't like under 200 pages. I definitely have a love-hate relationship with this book. I really don't know how to describe how I could absolutely be flying through this book feeling like it was one of the best sci-fi books I've ever read. at one page, and then by the next chapter I hate reading it and forcing myself to get through the book. I would say the first third of this book and the last third of this book are some of the best sci-fi / thought experiment that I've ever seen put on page. But the middle third is so bad. It's not even just the middle third. It kind of peaks and valleys, but mostly that middle chunk is, like, I don't want this to sound like a slight to Blake Crouch. I'm sure he's a great guy, but it makes it feel like this book was written by a boring person. When you're getting into talking about Twitter and dating apps in your sci-fi book, something has gone wrong. You've messed up somewhere along the line. When you have the NSA in your sci-fi book affecting the story, you gotta just stop and maybe reevaluate the way that you're writing that portion of the story, because it really takes you out of it. First of all, I don't like when real life companies or apps are brought into a book. It just takes you out of it a little bit. It feels weird. It feels like that shouldn't be there, even though it is in a modern setting. It just feels odd to have real things that we experience, like real companies and apps, mentioned in a book. But also, they're not integrated in a great way. They're just kind of thrown in there. Anything involving the U.S. government in a mind-bending sci-fi book is just out of place. It doesn't belong there. Once again, this is just my opinion. It has nothing to do, again, like, I'm not trying to slight Blake Crouch. You may feel completely differently, and that's fine. I'm just stating my review, of course. The concept of the book, again, I'm not going to spoil anything, but the concept of this book is so intriguing. It really is a concept that you can think about on your own. Like, you just be going about your day and just think what it would be like to live in a world where this particular sci-fi element exists, and how you feel about it, and how that would affect your life and your well-being and your mental state. One of the weak points of this book is the characters. While they are all enjoyable to read and they are believable, there's little to no character development in the book. All the characters kind of have their personality set at the beginning. They don't really grow and change too much, aside from the second to main character. I don't know what you would call that, the co-lead. He does have a bit of growth as the book goes on. Not to say these are bad or flat characters. They are developed. It's just that with as much as they go through an experience in this story, I would have liked to seen some sort of character change by the end of the book, and sadly, we don't really get much of that. I want to say that the world building is terrible, but that's not true. It's just that I don't like the way he incorporated real life in as much as he did into the story, where I think it would have been much better off with all of that left out. But you can't say too much about world building when the world is literally like our world, basically. But overall, Recursion, definitely think it's worth a read if you're into sci-fi at all, or if you just want some kind of almost like a mystery sci-fi. It's not too much of a mystery, but you do get a little bit of that brain teaser, trying to figure out exactly what's going on, where the story is going to go next, how this phenomena will affect the story moving forward. It's really so fun to just think about, like I said, on your own. And ultimately, the way it is incorporated in the story leaves you with a satisfying ending. I complained a lot about the middle of the book, but the first third, and most importantly, the last third of the book, is a satisfying ending. So, worth a pickup. Thank you, Drake, again for the book, and I will not be reading any more of Blake Crouch.
So, Interview with the Vampire by Anne Rice. Spoiler alert, as you can kind of tell, I didn't finish it. But from what I did read, I actually wrote this right away, right when I started, like 20 pages in. This book is truly and completely a methodical and romanticized vampire story. So yeah, I got about halfway through, and Anne Rice is definitely a beautiful writer. It's just a little too romanticized for me. I've heard so many things. I know so much can happen in the end of this book, and I'm still gonna finish it. Just with other things I couldn't right now, because I hope it picks up. From what I've heard, it's supposed to be violent and very grotesque sometimes with the vampire nature of it. But so far, it feels like a love story between two male vampires. And that's not a spoiler. It happens within like the first 5 pages, but it's just so whimsical, I guess is the best way to describe it. If everything, like when I'm imagining in my head, it just feels like I'm at a ball and people are dancing around and it's like, oh, this and that, it's so beautiful, and it's just, that's all it is. I really don't even have anything to say that I liked about it so far, because I mean, it isn't too compelling with the vampires. They haven't done anything crazy that I haven't seen, but once again, it is just the beginning. She has like 8 books, so you know, don't take any of this to heart, because I just simply don't know yet. But based off this, unless the book picks up a lot towards the end, I don't know if I'd continue reading it. But I mean, I've heard so many good things. I feel like there's no reason not to go at least to book 2 with it. That's really all I could say about it. That's Interview with a Vampire by Anne Rice. Truly nothing happened.
Ho ho! Merry Federal Holiday, boys.
We were both smiling.
Dear the headless. Sack.
What are you doing?
Well, oh,
Yeah, take
I
it.
thought.
Right.
What's mine?
I couldn't agree more, Tyler. Speaking of the holidays, I got you a little something.
Oh, why are you looking at me so intently? Soaking in that holiday spirit.
I felt like I could slurp too and then say my line. Might as well add it
Do
to
it.
it.
Yeah, do it. Okay. Yeah, let's go. The problem is you guys can't laugh because the.
No, I have to take my diabetes medication.
How about you shut the hell up?
That was good.
Questions like that aren't indicative to the Christmas spirit. Oh, it doesn't matter.
I mean, it does matter.
Aren't indicative to.
Of the Christmas spirit.
Okay. Questions like that aren't indicative of the Christmas spirit.
That was good, except like we know that you had trouble saying "of," so it's not
Yeah, okay.
I'm starting over.
I'm pregnant.
That was funny.
I'm pregnant.
When Drake's walking.
Shut the fuck up, dude. I'm pregnant.
Questions like that aren't indicative of the quiz. Oh. You messing me.
You got a bowl of meat? Okay.
So, you ready?
Yep.
No! Shut up! Don't ruin this. Is that good?
Yep. I'm saying, oh, James. Oh, James. You think I say fudge for the meme? No?
No, I think
Okay.
if any meme, it would be HE double hockey sticks, because you're
Yeah,
just
it's
like.
too long for the beep.
I
Though.
know.
Just, oh, you can
I'm
just.
trying to think of like a. She keep Chrising on my Kringle or something like that. I'm so pregnant. Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. And happy